everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about black beans and how to prepare dried black beans. First thing you want to do for sure is sort through them. So just empty your bag or however many you want to cook into a cooking pot that does have a lid. And then you want to just kind of sort through them. You're looking for stones or debris that you want to pick out of there and any beans that just don't look good. You want to get rid of those. Then you want to give them a good rinse, and you can put some water in the pot, kind of swirl the beans around a little bit and then drain that. And then you want to fill that pot up and cover the beans with at least 2 inches of water. Now there's 2 different ways that you can soak the beans. One way is an overnight method where you have those beans submerged well in water. Just put the lid on it, let it sit at room temperature for at least 6 hours, up to overnight. And then in the morning you would drain that water off, give them another rinse, and then drain that water off, and then you would cook them. Now I'll tell how to cook them in just a little bit. The other soaking method is called the quick soak method. So you would take your rinsed and drained beans, like we already talked about, cover them with plenty of water, at least 2 inches in your pot, put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, set your timer right away as soon as it comes to a boil for 2 minutes. That's all. You're going to boil them for 2 minutes. Then you're going to take them off of the heat. Make sure the pot lid is on that pot and set your timer for 2 hours. You're just going to allow them to sit for 2 hours. And then at the end of that time, you drain off that liquid, you refill your pot with some fresh water, and then you cook your beans. And so cooking your beans is not hard. You just make sure that they're well covered with water, put them on the stove, bring it to a boil, cock the lid, and then lower the heat to a slow simmer and allow them to cook gently until they are soft. And that can take anywhere from 45 minutes, and some instructions will say up to 2 hours, but I'll tell you personally, I've never needed to cook them for 2 hours. I think they would be pure mush if you cook them that length of time. So that's all there is to it, and then you would drain them and then use them however you want. You could put them into freezer containers and put them in the freezer, and then you'll have them whenever you need them. A very important point when you are actually cooking your beans of any sort, black beans or any type of beans, do not add salt to the water. Do not add any sort of an acid ingredient to the water like vinegar or lemon juice, especially up front. If you add salt or acid to the water up front in the beginning of your cooking process, it will make those beans very tough to the point where it's going to feel like they just never are cooking. They're boiling and boiling and boiling, and they're hard and they won't get soft. It toughens the outer coating of the beans, so it's just very difficult to get them to cook. If you insist on flavoring your cooking water, you can add salt, you can add acid to it close to the done time. So after they've cooked for a good while, and they're not quite as soft as you want them to be, but they're almost, then you can add some salt and vinegar or lemon juice, whatever you want, to the water to flavor it some. But you'll be sorry if you add it before that time, okay? Just giving you fair caution on that. Well, I do hope this helps. This is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Bye for now.